Did you know breakfast is the most important part of the day? I like to start my day with wheat biscuits. I wonder how they're made.
Cereals, just like wheat biscuits, are processed and manufactured from a grain called wheat. Wheat is like grass. It is known as a type of grain. Lots of wheat is needed to make lots of yummy foods that you may eat each and every day. Wheat is grown from seeds on farms outside of cities and towns. Sometimes the farmer ploughs the paddock first. Mostly, farmers use a seed drill attached to a tractor to plant the seeds into the ground in straight rows. Fertilizers, a type of nutrient, is often added by the machine to help make the wheat plants grow bigger and stronger. Farmers look after their crops just like we look after ourselves. Once the seeds are planted, they start to grow. For the wheat to grow, it needs soil, water, and sunlight. Sometimes pests and weeds appear in crops. The farmer uses chemical to make sure that the wheat is not destroyed. At first, the wheat is green, but as it reaches its final stages of growth and is dry and fully ripened, it turns into a light brown colour, which means it is ready for harvesting. Just like mowing the grass, farmers use a machine called a combine harvester to drive through the paddocks and cut, clean and separate the grains of seed from the rest of the plant. The leftover bits are dropped back into the paddock for straw or hay for feed for animals. Did you know Australia is one of the top 10 wheat producers in the world? With most of Australia's wheat produced in New South Wales and Western Australia. The grain is dumped into a chaser bin that drives beside the combine harvester. The wheat grain is then put into a truck to be transported. Firstly to a weighbridge to see how much weight has been harvested, and then to the silos or storage centre in the closest country town, where it can be stored for up to 2 years. The wheat is emptied into a giant pit and then moved to a big storage bin called a silo. The grain travels up the centre of the silo and spurts out the top. The silos make sure the grain is protected from naughty insects that damage the grain, called weevils. Trains take the wheat all over Australia to factories called flour mills. Some wheat is even taken by big ships to countries all over the world. When the truck arrives at the mill, the grain is unloaded. Inside the mill, lots of special machines work to break the wheat grains open and grind them down to make flour.
Wow, the wheat process is pretty efficient and amazing. Australian farmers really are some of the best in the world. Check out some other products that are made from wheat that humans eat each and every day. Bakers use flour, which was once wheat, to make bread and loaves, such as this. Flour is also used to make yummy biscuits, cakes and desserts that your mum or dad might make for you or buy from the supermarket. Wheat grains are also used to make noodles, pasta and spaghetti, such as this. And the wheat biscuits that I like for breakfast. Pretty awesome, isn't it? That these tiny little seeds grow into a crop that is harvested for all of us to eat.